Hi, welcome to a quick update of some great DC Finest books that are coming out. I've been looking forward to DC Finest for ages and ages. I've been noticing that lots of new ones are added. Of course, at this point, we haven't seen a single DC Finest. Of course, I remember these. I love these ones, the showcase books. They were great. So I'm really hopeful that DC Finest is going to be sort of between this and, of course, this sort of volume, of course, the omnibus volume. So DC Finest, what's new about that? Well, what we've got, and I'm just going to quickly go through the ones that I've just noticed on Amazon. DC Finest Metamorpho, the Element Man, pre-ordered straight away because, wow, really looking forward to that. That, of course, was available showcase book, perfectly reasonable, but that's in black and white. So this one, a colour version. Weirdly, the prices are all over the place. I cannot work any logic out for the prices. So you've got here £29.90 for one that's 600 pages. And then you've got another one that's about £36 for one that's 590. Doesn't seem to be much logic at all with pricing. Maybe they're all consistent pricing in the US, but still. What we've also got, DC Finest Catwoman, Vengeance and Vindication. That looks good. Probably won't be getting that straight away, but it's a possible. DC Finest team-ups, Chase to the End of Time. Now, I'm not really certain what's going to be in that. Some of these are very hard to work out. If you click on it, and you can see you've got a listing of things like DC Comics presents 1 to 14, Brave and the Bold, 141, 155. Now, I don't know if it includes all of the stories in those, so it's quite possible that we won't get everything, but it's a whole load of Flash, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, obviously Superman, etc. Also, you've got Batgirl, Nobody Dies Tonight. But all these are coming out way off in the future, 2025, April 2025. So this one, Batgirl, again, not certain if I'm going to get it. I've got quite a few stories already in other places. Batgirl 7 to 27, Superboy 85, Supergirl and 63. So you got that. This one. This is the one I've really been looking forward to, and this is a great sign that hopefully we're going to get some great stuff from DC. DC Finest Plastic Man, the origin of Plastic Man. Wow! Now, of course, this was available in the archives, and you can still pick the archives up. I've noticed copies for about 20, 30 quid, not massively overpriced, but you can go on this one, pre-ordered straight away, because, wow, Police Comics, I should say, 1 to 36. Now, obviously, it's not going to include every single story that's in Police Comics. I'd be very surprised if it did. That was quite a big sort of comic. Also, Plastic Man 1 to 2. So clearly, it's just going to be the Plastic Man stories. There's lots of other stories that probably were in it. I have no idea what they were, but that's going to be 584 pages. But as mentioned, the price is £36. Makes no sense. Maybe because it's sort of old. I don't know. But that's one that I am really looking forward to. And that's coming out supposedly March 2025. I assume a lot of this will be coming out but around that sort of time. But it's very hard to work out. We've had listings coming out for like Superman, Kryptonite, Nevermore. Came out a long time ago. But that's listed as June 2025. So there's no real logic on the ordering either. So you've got here Superman, Kryptonite, Nevermore. And that's going to include Superman 233 to 238, 240 to 246, plus some Action Comics as well. So that'd be really good as well. That's a possible one looking forward to. Then we've got Batman, The Killing Joke. Of course, been reprinted quite a lot of times, but be great. Also, Batman Year 1 and 2. Won't be going for that because I've got that in Absolute. I assume it's going to be much the same. DC Finest, Teen Titans, The Judas Contract. That should be quite good. Possible, but I've got all the Teen Titans already in omnibus. And this is going to be one of the problems. How many they bring out that I've already got in omnibus format. Wonder Woman, Origins and Omens. Don't know about that one. That's a possible. 0 Hour Part 2, which is interesting. Is there a Part 1? Hopefully Part 1 will be coming out. But that's coming out May 2025. And again, the price up, down, all over the place. Another new one that's just popped in. Again, weirdly for the date, February 2025. And that's for £36 for Doom Patrol, the world's strangest heroes. But one I won't be getting because I've already got it in omnibus format. So you've got Brave and the Bold 65, Doom Patrol 8602, Challenge of the Unknown, 48. Now, I don't know if there's a match in terms of the omnibus. Maybe there's some stories there that haven't been put in the omnibus. I can't say. So you got that. And then we've got Catwoman, Lifelines. That should be good. That's another one. That's coming out, one of the earliest ones, 2024. DC Finest Superboy, Superdog from Krypton. Look forward to that. That's coming out May 13th, but in 2025. But that is one I pre-ordered because that's great because it's going to include the Adventure Comics and Superboy. And a lot of this stuff hasn't been reprinted. Unless it's been reprinted somewhere that I haven't seen as a collection. But still, there's a lot of great stories here from, I think, about the 50s, 52, 53, that sort of time. So that would be a real nice thing to see. It's a pity they're not doing earlier as well. Maybe they will. I don't know. We don't know at this point because will they have a number 1, 2, 3, 4 on it? Or will it be 2 or 3? Is there some logic to that? Until we actually get copies coming out, I can't tell. Here's another one I've pre-ordered. The Aquaman one, DC Finest Aquaman. And supposedly this is coming out in January the 7th, 2025. Again, I assume that a lot of these dates, all over the place maybe. But 600 pages, going to be great in colour. Be brilliant. Now, it doesn't actually say the period, but the cover shows Aqualad and Aquaman. And it looks, from the artwork, I would say it's going to be the showcase ones and obviously the Aquaman for the 60s, early 60s, late 50s, possibly. It would be great if it was the earlier stuff, but I'm not holding my breath that that's going to be reprinted. I'd love to see it. But that's why I think the Plastic Man one is a great possible, because there's lots of ones I'd love to see, like Robot Man, Rex the Wonder Dog, loads of other ones that DC. Johnny Quick comes to mind, and probably everyone can put in the comments below. Please put in the comments below which ones you would love to see of the Golden Age as well as the Silver Age or Atlas Age or whatever you want to call that sort of 1950s period, the Atom Age, I think. But you've also got Green Lantern, DC Finest Green Lantern, Green Arrow, I mean. That one, I don't know. I think that one is going to be interesting. That's a possible. I haven't ordered it yet, but that's one of the cheapest ones, £26.39. And that comes out 2025, 600 pages. And then let's just go for another one down, further down. You've got Harley Quinn. That's going to be interesting. The Birth of Mirth. So I assume it's going to have a lot of great stories. And this one does look like it's got a lot of stuff. Action Comics, Batman Legends. It's also got Batman Adventures, Mad Love, Batman Adventures 12, Agent of the Bat, Batman 570. So it's going to be really covering a lot of material. I don't know how many pages that's 624. It's going to be great. So that seems to be around that sort of format, that size, about 600-ish pages in each of them. Then we got this one, which probably be the first one to come out. I don't know why they always do it. They always seem to, as with this one. This was, of course, the first of the showcase books. They brought out 2 on the same day. It was a Green Lantern was the other one. But this one, The Coming of Superman. Now, obviously, that's the Golden Age period. I've got it already. I've got a lot of the material. I think I've got copies all over the place of Action Comics 1 to 25 in different collections. Superman 1 to 5, not the originals, of course. New York World's Fair issue 1, which is quite an unusual one. I would love to see them bring out the rarities again. There was an archive collection where I did a bit of rarities, but I would love to see a rarities one where it does include everything that was in those sort of books, because they're some really quite unique ones that never really get totally reprinted. You got that one. And then we've got Suicide Squad. Now, I don't know what this one is, Trial by Fire, which sounds interesting because this one has got a lot of material. Suicide Squad 1 to 10. Now, I don't know if this is the Silver Age. I didn't enjoy the stories, I have to say. I did get the omnibus edition for Suicide Squad, or certainly a collection of, and I just didn't enjoy the stories. So Secret Origins, Detective Comics, Fury of Firestorm and Firestorm, etc. So there's a lot of material in that, 560 pages. So you got that one. That's just been announced as far as, I don't think I've seen that one before. Also, Legion of Superheroes. Now this one I've already got in omnibus. I'm quite certain. I don't know, but it does, because it doesn't give a listing. But again, the material, the cover called Zap Goes the Legion. That does sound interesting, man. The cover actually looks like it could be Bronze Age Legion. And if it is, I'll be buying it. £36, maybe not at the moment, but it's a possible one because it's got the Bronze Age, which I haven't got in any of my omnibuses. I've got all the Silver Age stuff, and I didn't particularly want to go for any more after that. But this lot, I did enjoy a lot of those stories, so that one could be good. So that's a possible. This is going to be trouble for me. Should I be getting? I've nearly run out of all the ones that I want to get in the epics, and because I've got most of them now in omnibus, I'm not getting as many of the epics as I used to. Now, there's certain titles I don't think will ever come out in omnibus, Marvel omnibus. So I think at that point, I've got the Submariners. I'm going to get all the Submariners, probably in epic. But maybe it'll come out in omnibus. I don't know. I'm just don't know. Simple thing on that one. I'd love to see, of course, all of Submariner come out in omnibus. DC Finest Supergirl, the Girl of Steel. That's going to be great. Really great. But again, unfortunately, one that I've probably got most of the material. I don't know. Doesn't say. The cover looks like it's, of course, the early appearance of Supergirl. So I guess it's going to be the early stories. But I would love to see the stuff that appeared in, I think it was Adventure Comics, which I don't think has been reprinted, particularly commonly anyway. So that one, that would be a series that if they ever did bring that out. But I don't, this is the early stories, it says. So that's probably not going to get to that for a few volumes yet. The next one is definitely to purchase, even though I've probably got some of the stories, but it doesn't give any details. Justice Society of America. So that would be great. Really looking forward to that one. This one for American Democracy. It could be the early issues. I don't know. Again, it just doesn't say. It says earlier stories starring. That doesn't mean much because obviously there's JSA is available now. So the earliest stories, would they refer in to issue 37, 38, 39, which I've got in archive. So I don't know about that one, but I pre-ordered it anyway on assumption. And that comes out December 3rd, 2000, which is not far off. So, I mean, this is obviously now late September. So that hopefully will be soon. And another one I won't be getting, even though it's brilliant, DC's Finest Green Lantern, The Defeat of Green Lantern. Now, I would have loved for a Neil Adams volume to come out. That would have been brilliant because I haven't got that in omnibus. Don't know what's happened to that omnibus. There was announced an omnibus release for that period Neil Adams. For some weird reason, I haven't seen it. But I think it's an absolute or some other volumes of it, but they're very expensive. So I would love to see a Neil Adams DC Finest one. 600 pages for this one, but this is the earliest stories, I think. These are the very early ones because you got here Star Sapphire on the cover. I guess that's going to be that on that one. And that's it. I think as far as the list, I'm just looking through the listing. As always with Amazon listings, they include tons of stuff that's not related. Well, World's Finest. To be fair, it has got the word finest in there. But I've got Lobo as well, which is odd because Lobo definitely is not in any of the DC Finest listing. But wow, what a great selection. And we haven't seen a single one yet, which makes it really odd. I mean, to add all these volumes, maybe, hopefully, that they will be a success. That's why I'm a bit worried about the first one, the Golden Age one. That's a risky one, I think, to go with first. Because I suspect lots of people like me have probably got it. And you're not going to go and buy it again. And I don't want to buy things all just to support, in a sense, the collections, because that's, double, triple, quadruple dipping to get Superman again. And I don't want to do that. So that's probably not one for me. But it's going to be awkward. So hopefully the others will be a success. And I would like to, obviously, we're now talking about 12 or 15 of these ones announced. Cross fingers, they will be coming out. I say, which ones would you love to see? I would love to see lots of the Golden Age ones that have never been reprinted, but I know they're always going to be a risky one. Hopefully, we will get all of Plastic Man, because Plastic Man, we didn't get all of, I don't think, all the archives. I'd love to see Shazam. Actually, there's been no announcement of a Shazam one yet, which is odd, because I mean, with all the films, especially, you'd think that they would have a Shazam one. Shazam would be an obvious one from the Golden Age period. Loads of Fawcett Comics ones. Obviously, Mary Marvel, of course, and obviously Captain Marvel, wherever, Junior and all that sort of stuff. That would be nice. But there's loads of possible ones that they could bring out. And this is a great start from this collection. So I think this is very promising. Hopefully it's going to be super quality paper. Hopefully decent quality. I mean, you're not going to get it in the original comics. I wish they would do that. I might be wrong. Maybe we'll open them the first time we get them and it will all be like they've done it from the original comics. I doubt it. I'm not holding my breath on that. I think these will be probably the standard. But I've always liked, and I'm just going to, I say these ones, as well as, of course, the omnibus. I've actually quite liked the omnibus restorations. I don't find them as bad or good, whatever, as the Marvel ones. The Marvel ones I struggle with. I like them because it's nice to possess them, to see them, the stories. But I wish they would not do such an overt restoration on them and colorization that just doesn't always. I know lots of people don't like it. I don't mind, but it's just sometimes I just wish that, they would release them sort of. That's what the Shazam would be great. Just if they brought them all out as they were, the Fawcett ones, just in the volumes, I'd buy them. Doesn't have to be super cleaned up. Just actually seeing all the stories, easy access to the stories in very good volume. And I assume they're all going to be this sort of size. I don't think it doesn't actually say, or does it say this? It probably does say the size. Well, apparently, according to the Amazon listing, it's going to be 0.1 centimetre by 0.1. So they're going to be very tiny books in that case. But I don't think it's going to be that size. It's going to be obviously clearly a big-ish format, but not omnibus size. That would be so odd if they brought that out. But we will see. In November, December, as always, of course, in the UK, I suspect we will get it a couple of weeks, or we'll see it in the Forbidden Planet. I'll see a copy and then I'll be, and I'll have to quickly rush and pick up a copy in there. So we'll see. And since doing that quick run through of all the books, notice some more. Science fiction, The Gorilla World. And this is on the bleedingcool.com website. So that sounds great. Lots of strange adventures. I will definitely be trying to pick that one up. Also, Justice Society of America, another one. Oh, see, we've got now 2 volumes, which is going to be brilliant. And this one is going to be The Plunder of the Psycho Pirate. And it actually gives a list in here of All-Star Comics 13 to 24. And there's also Wonder Woman, The Legend of Wonder Woman, which the cover looks like it's going to be the Golden Age, but apparently it's not. It's going to be sort of Wonder Woman 306 to 329 and that sort of material. So that sounds great. So I've got 2 possible volumes to get. I will definitely be getting Gorilla World and also the Justice Society of America one as well. So that's a run through of all the current ones. I just wanted to do a quick run through of that. After seeing the Plastic Man, I thought, wow, that is just so great to see that they're going to be releasing that. Well, hope you found this of interest.